Okay, we are live early, and according to all of my indicators, we should have audio and video. So I set up the lighting in a way that I was hoping would be easy to look at, but I'm a bit washed out. That's because there is a window right here, and light is like streaming through this window. The sun will go down here shortly, so that will fade, and the lighting will be a bit more normal. We have a lot for this evening. Who do we got here? Hello to Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. Hello to Big Gay Dave. Hello to MCDJ ACDC and Eric Gollinger. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. I have a lot to do. Let's see, last live stream, I did a drawing. This time, I've got some stuff to open. And as you may have seen, hello Matt, hello Josiah, or hello Toy Connections. As you may have seen in the video that went up, when did it go up? On Monday or Wednesday? The unboxing video. I got some stuff, and I want to open some of that stuff. I'm going to open, let me show you what I'm going to open. Hello Chris, nice to see you. I'm going to open these things, these little minifig things. Yeah, mini figurines, the ones that came from the UK. I'm just super curious about these, so I'm gonna open these and let you guys see them. And let's see. I'm going to later in the show we will have story time to read the new Find Your Fate book, Operation Death Ray, by Megan Stein and H. William Stein. And it says, you are a member of the G.I. Joe team. Your mission is simple and vital. Keep Cobra from blowing up a major U.S. city. A major U.S. city like Wichita. We have to save Wichita. Who we got here? Hello, Robert Long. I think I said hello to Matt and Chad already, but if not, hello again. Hello, Yo Joe. Hello, Texas from the United States. Excuse me. Oh, I should have got some water. These live streams always dry me out. So this is for later in the show. Hello, Cyclonus. Hello, Woodman. I'm going to open this. This is the Walmart exclusive retro Destro. There's a reason I'm going to open this. It's because it's already open. Look, I just had this stored. I hadn't touched it. I just put it in storage, and look what happened. Look at this. It just completely came unsealed. There's no tear. Well, there's like a little... No, that's not a tear, is it? No, that's a scratch. There's no tear. It just... The glue around the blister just completely came... So if it's like this, I figure let's just go ahead and open it. You know, let's take a look at the retro collection Destro. I haven't really taken a close look at that figure yet. So that's what I'm going to open and take a look at. And I should have put this closer, more within reach. I think I'm going to start by taking a look at the role-playing game guide. The book here, the core rule book that was sent to me by Comic Tropes. Hello, Wilkinson Studios and Peter Ang and Antonio. Welcome. Thank you. Hello, Dominican Republic from the United States. Welcome. Thank you very much. Hello, Spaced Cobra. So I'm going to start by opening this. I've still got I'm going to go ahead and cut the plastic shrink wrap off real quick. But I'm going to open it and kind of show you guys the inside of it in a few minutes. I don't have a lot of experience with role-playing games, so I don't really know much about them. But this is an important one. It is G.I. Joe's role-playing Wherever There's Trouble. Well, you know what? That's here. There's always trouble here. Who we got? Hello, Keldon. Hello, Exploriso. Thank you all for being here. So yeah, we're going to take a look inside in that in just a bit. And then, let's set that aside. I'm thinking of doing an extra long live stream because I need to do some artwork. I need to do more sketches to prepare for Joe Fest. I want to have a good number of sketches and a good amount of art. Excuse me, to sell at my table at Joe Fest. So I've got to get some more done. So at the tail end, hello Stephen. Thank you very much for joining. Have an extra 3-pack mini vehicle set from Jada. Would I like it? I think I already have it. Thank you for that, though. Thank you for thinking of me. But I'm pretty sure I already have that one. I'd have to double check. In fact, I'm almost certain I already have it. But that's really cool. Thank you for thinking of me. So yeah, I need to have some stuff ready for Joe Fest to sell at the table. So I might try to do another drawing. And I figured out how to do a 2-camera setup so you can see my face and see the camera on the drawing. So I'm going to try it. It may have a little bit of a hiccup there when I switch over from this format to the other. Usually the webcam that you're looking at right now will freeze, but I should be able to fix that and it should work, knock on wood. So we're going to try that later. And what else? Oh yeah, Cobra Convergence 6 is coming soon. We will be making some announcements. I'm trying to get some of the preliminary work done. That has been a challenge with other things that are going on in my life. Hello, Produce Results. Glad you caught the live stream. That's awesome. Sons are nerding out hard on the RPG rules. Have fun. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I cannot read the entire book, in this live stream, but we'll flip through it. We're gonna actually crack it open. You just saw me take the plastic off. I have not opened this book at all. You will join me as I open it and look at it. Hello, Lester. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Cobra Convergence. It's a little tricky. I may have to cut back a little bit on my regular production schedule to take care of some Cobra Convergence stuff. There's just a million little things that have to be done before it launches in July, and really, we usually announce the lineup before July, so I kind of need to have everything ready before then. So I haven't been able to focus on that as much as I would like to. I really need to, I really have to. So I may just have to shift my focus because there's a deadline on that and I got to get it done. So, but that's coming up. That's coming up. Progress was made. Progress has been made. We're going to get there. So it's still not, we're still early. It's still not even the time we usually start. So before I start digging into all this stuff, I'm going to give everybody a few minutes. The regular folks that usually come in may not be here yet. So, but anyway, hello Thane Woods. Nice to see you. Thanks everyone for being here. This should be a good live stream, I think. I feel good about it. There's a lot to do. These live streams, hello Albert. Hello Baltimore from the United States. Thank you very much for joining. I think these are the most fun live streams for me. Like when I have stuff to do and stuff to show you and stuff to share. That kind of interaction based around something that we can kind of share, that's a lot of fun for me. So I'm really looking forward to this. The live streams where we just kind of sit and interact in the live chat, those are cool too. But I like to give you guys something to see, something to interact about. Hello, Photo Viper. Thanks for joining. Hey, there's Sparkster. How you doing, Sparkster? Hello, Stonegate Creations. Hello, Nyquist. Hello, Produce Results. How do you do? Lots of great artwork in there too, including old Image stuff. Liefeld didn't notice any Marvel stuff though. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But we're gonna we're gonna find out for ourselves. We're gonna thumb through there. And thanks again to Chris from Comic Tropes for sending that. Josiah sends a super chat. It sounds like Comic Tropes wants to get an RPG stream going soon. Good addition to a marathon stream, especially if he riff tracks a review too. That would be fun. And if I can actually get myself up to speed, I would love to do that. I think that would be a great time. I can't promise that I would be good at it. In fact, I can promise that I would not be good at it, but it can still be fun, you know. It can still be fun. So yeah, that's what's on the agenda. It's really tempting to open this first because it's halfway open already. Like, look at it. Look at this. Like you can't even tell that there was glue there. I can't feel anything on there. That's a little bit of quality control right there. Especially, you know, since I think the packaging is the big draw. So, you know, if the packaging is the big draw for these, then it's got to be quality. It's got to be quality. They've got thin cardboard, and the glue doesn't stick. It is Tuesday. Which means it is the new Half the Battle video day from Timmer. And Timmer has started, hey, it's Comic Tropes. Comic Tropes, thank you again for this, and we're going to be cracking this open here in just a moment. Timmer is starting a review of the animated series, miniseries, Revenge of Cobra, so make sure to check out Timmer's video, which went up today. And it is still 2 minutes before 7 o'clock by my clock here, so I'll give it a little bit more time. Let's see. I'll just go back over what I mentioned before. I've got some things to show you. We're going to start with the RPG book that was sent by Comic Tropes. And we're going to open these little minifigs that I got in the P.O. Box unboxing. I'm going to open this retro Destro because the blister is just completely coming off the card there. We're going to have story time with the new Find Your Fate book. And to wrap it up, if I'm not just too exhausted, I will do another drawing with my new 2-camera setup, which may or may not work. So we'll see. Knock on wood. Anyway, so Comic Tropes. Do you have a fave episode of the Joe cartoon? I think it was World Without End. It was part 1, wasn't it? Where Clutch and Steeler and Grunt kind of found their dead bodies. I always thought that was a really good episode. I'm also partial to the original miniseries, just because, not necessarily because it was better, but just because I have a lot of nostalgia tied up into it, because I remember it when it was on TV. Hello, James Clark, nice to see you. Hello, Megatech Body, nice to see you. And hello, Draws, I didn't see you come in there. Hello, how do you do? Hello, Evan Classified. So, yeah, we're gonna get started. It is 7 o'clock now by my clock. In the central time zone. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this. I've been curious about this. I just moments ago stripped off the shrink wrap, so let's check it out. It's the G.I. Joe role-playing game. It has that new book smell. Let's see. So there's a foreword by Luke Gycax. I don't know who that is. But the authors are Ryan Costello, Ben Heisler, Paige Lightman, and Elisa Teague. So, good job, guys. And, yeah. Let's kind of peek in here and kind of... Okay, so we have a table of contents. We've got a table of contents. So, this will be helpful. We've got, what do we got? Introduction, character creation, influences, origin, roles, essence, sources, and skills. Essence, that's that stuff that the Skeksis drain out of the little guys. That's what essence is. General perks, equipment, combat, locations, threats, running a mission. So yeah, lots of stuff here. Here's some artwork. This is... hold on a second. Huh? 1 second. Be patient with me. Hello, Game Master's Hobby. And who have I not said hello to yet? Hello, Dragon Ball Talk. Thank you very much for joining. Hello, Victor Matthews. And let's see. I guess, is this the cover art by Steve Morris? I'm not sure. But anyway, it's a really nice spread here. Really nice spread. Nice full color artwork. And we've got... Yeah, we've got some classified series influence here. And yeah, that looks like a classified Zartan there. I'm rather fond of the classified Zartan. Yes, IDW lost the G.I. Joe license. It's theoretically possible ARIH could continue at another publisher. That is possible. I haven't heard any new news on that. Hello, Albert Glass. Thank you for joining. I hope I didn't miss anybody. So, let's see. We've got some characters, some code names, and some brief descriptions. I can't. I said I wasn't gonna go through every single page for you guys, so let me skip ahead a little bit. But like these are very much the classified design, and some of that artwork, like that artwork on Duke, I like that better than the packaging on the classified box. I think that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, look at this. This is fun. We have those crazy symbols that's on the classified packaging, the specialty symbols. We can't live without those. I'd be totally lost. All right, let me skip ahead a little bit. We've got some really good classified inspired artwork, which I am in favor of. That's one thing at least for the most part, I can't complain about, is that I do generally like the classified figure designs. They're not all created equal. Some are better than others. Small Town Roots, Thrill Seeker, Origin. Okay, we're in the Origin section. Let me find something visual I can show you guys. There's Law and Order. There's Law and Order watching TV. So let's let's see. Is this okay, hold on. Let me get a little deeper into it. Yeah, there's your Gung Ho right there. Hey, there's a coincidence. We have your Gung Ho right there. Ah, man, I keep getting it backwards. We have your Gung Ho right there. We also have your Gung Ho right there. So there we go. So this is, it's very visually well done. It's laid out in what appears to be a very easy to follow manner. So I believe I will be able to figure this out. I believe. Here we've got some. Yeah, we've got Recondo and Stalker. That looks really good. Ah, there we go. Recondo and Stalker. Let's see. What do we got here? We got environmental expertise. Ranger focus options. Renegades. Hey, we got some artwork of the Renegades. We don't get that too often. Sergeant Slaughter's Renegades. Let's see. Let's skip ahead. Let's skip ahead. Is that Is this supposed to be Sparks? I don't know. Kind of looks like Sparks. Who we got? It looks like we got the same folks, but I think I missed David Del Hughes. Hello, thank you very much for joining. So there is a lot of text here, but the text, I believe, will be helpful in actually playing the game. Yeah, there's some. Now this looks like artwork from the comic book here. I assume that's what that is. But you know, it's pretty good. You've got looks like Snow Job and CoverGirl and Snow Serpent. Yeah, I mean, it's good artwork. Let's see, what else we got? Yeah, we've got some IDW, some artwork from the IDW series. I'm sorry, I really should be speed reading this so that I can have everything completely memorized by the time we are done flipping through here. Hello, Dr. Skellestein. Greetings to you. Thank you very much for joining. Let's see. Step 4, determine difficulty. I need things not very difficult. It's got to be really easy. Just make it easy, please. Let's see. Yeah, Produce Results was talking about IDW stuff. Something like Hama and Gallant continue their march to number 300. Yeah, I believe they should at least be able to get to 300. Unless somebody knows something that nobody else is aware of, if they're not sure, that's really good. I like that. The artwork for equipment. If they're not sure if they're going to there we go. If they're not sure if they're going to be able to continue the series with another publisher, then I would hope they would leave it on a good exit point. And maybe they can pick it back up again later, but I think it would be nice if they left it on a good exit point in case it doesn't, in case it doesn't carry on. Let's see. Got Deep Six here. Pretty good artwork of Deep Six. I like that. This is really for you RPG gamers. Hello, Jenna. Thank you for joining. Nice to see you. Hey, it's codename Cujo. Almost said the other guy who's goes by codename, but hello, Cujo. How you doing? Hello, Diosoth. Nice to see you. Sorry I missed you. Yes, I will need to learn the rules. I must learn the rules. Can I learn the rules just by looking at the pictures? Yeah, we got the jump jetpack. I do kind of like this. I like this kind of style of sort of blueprint diagram style for equipment artwork. It's just a little bit of a throwback to the classic stuff. And they've got some pretty good layouts for the equipment and the vehicles. Combat. And as much respect as I have for Scarlet, I think she would have a tough time with Storm Shadow. He may. I mean, she's an excellent fighter. I think he may be better. But let's not forget, at one point, Scarlet did stab Storm Shadow in the back. That did happen. So let's see. What do we got here? Let's see. Knowing is half the battle. Multi-weapon attacks example. I need examples. Examples are helpful. Let's see. Step 4 roll attack skill test. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Discuss defeat with your table. Look, My table never talks to me. Oh, hello, Small Town Machine Shop. Thank you very much for the super chat. He says, hi, everyone. Hi to Small Town Machine Shop. Thank you very much for being here. What we are doing right now is we are going through the G.I. Joe role-playing game core rule book. I'm just going through this, kind of checking it out. Obviously, I cannot read the entire thing. Like, this is from a cover from one of the IDW comics, a really good cover. I like that. So, eventually I will need to go into some more depth to actually learn how to play this. There's Bomb Strike there. So, we will give this a more thorough going over. I thought I saw something I recognized. Yeah, it's the Cobra Island artwork from the back of the classified Target exclusive toys. It's that same Cobra Island poster artwork. I say poster artwork because it is kind of in a poster style, but I don't think they've ever actually produced it as a poster. It would be nice if they did, though. I would consider getting that. And yeah, see, and more of that classified art style. And I really don't have a problem with that. I do like the classified series. I don't think I will ever like the classified series as much as the vintage series, but there is still a lot to like about it. Now, they have the Cobra High Command structure here, and I may read this with some care because I'm curious at how they set this up, how closely they followed other examples, other storylines, and how much they kind of added for themselves. So yeah, I'm curious about that. This is the Major Blood artwork from Classified, and I do dig that. That's just really good. That's a great rendering of Major Blood and a great update of his uniform. So yeah, we've got Vipers. I'm curious. Let's see. Do they have? Yeah, they've got your Cobra officers, and I assume they also have the other blue shirts. There's looks like a female Televiper there. The artwork in this is really good. It's the pages are really crisply printed, very sharp. Mercenaries, Crimson Guard. Everybody likes the Crimson Guard. There's the Crimson Guard. So yeah, I want to see how wait, why would that be under? Okay, so this right off the bat, this is different. Crimson Guard under Mercenaries. Whatever else they are, I don't think they're usually depicted as that, but they have a separate entry for Crimson Guard Immortal. I'm very curious about how they interpreted that. They've got the Dreadnoks. There's Zartan, Zarana. Oh, well, I mean, they don't have, like, all of the Dreadnoks. Hello, Yojo OC. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Hello, Russell, or Samuel Russell. Sorry about that. Hey, it's JLS Comics. Thank you for joining JLS Comics. And yeah, so they have, well, okay, they have some of the Dreadnoks. They have a few of the Dreadnoks. Let's see. They have the Red Ninjas. That makes sense. And Classified has been aligning Storm Shadow with Cobra, which kind of makes sense. We've got some Cobra equipment, like the Moray. And that's not it. That's not nearly all of it. But I wanted to just crack it open and take a look at it. Hello, the Killer Weezer. Thank you for the super chat. Classified Cobra Island map reminds me of the vintage mail-away insert Cobra Island map from 86 or 87. Yeah, let's see, what year was it? What year was the Cobra Civil War was, I think, in 87. It had to be 87. And at the at the back of the issues in the Cobra Civil War story arc, they usually included a map of Cobra Island, and I like that. I really like that. Hey, Gaz, thanks for joining. Anyway, so thank you very much for this, Comic Tropes. Thank you very much. I will be reading this and getting more into it so that we can actually play the game. I'm going to put it someplace safe right now so it will not be forgotten or misplaced or anything. In fact, it'll go on it's a book. Books go on the bookshelf. That's where books go. So that's where I'll put it. That's a good way to put it someplace where I can find it. That's smart. Me am smart. Anyway, okay, so we have looked at the role-playing book briefly. We spun through it. That's just a quick, brief overview. There's a lot more depth, like a lot more depth to go into there. But for now, I'm going to carry on opening some stuff, and I'm going to open this. For those of you who missed it, I'm opening this this G.I. Joe Retro Series Walmart exclusive Destro, because the blister is coming right off of the card, and I know it may be hard to tell, but you can't even tell that there was any glue there or any seal at all. And I haven't done anything to this. I haven't done anything to it. It was just in a box. Hello, Matt. I think I said hello, but anyway, hello again if I didn't already, but hello. And hello, Gray Fox. Thank you very much for joining. So, yeah, I'm just gonna, since it's like halfway open already, I don't even have to like cut anything or peel anything. It's mostly open already. I think I can just slide the figure right out. So there's the card. Can I set this up in any way? I can kind of whatever. Anyway, so there's this. No, I can't see the live chat with it that way. I can kind of see it that way. All right, we'll work with that. So here's this. These retro figures are in the 25th anniversary style. They're modern figures. They are not O-ring figures. I think that's something that kind of disappointed a lot of us when they announced they would have a retro series. But now we are actually getting some O-ring figures. So let's do this. It looks like he has a modular rifle. We've got a scope there, and we've got a whatever that is. And those are taped in. So before I try to take those out, let me take the figure out. All right, so there's that. I'll put all of his stuff on, and we'll take a closer look at it. Lots of plastic on this one. Lots of plastic holding this guy in place. So sorry about the plastic crinkling, but there's figure stand. It says Destro. Now I got to take these little bits out. The main rifle piece. I was going to say it will just pop out on its own, but it won't. I got to cut that tape. I got to cut the tape. There we go. And while I'm at it, there's this really, really tiny scope. That is microscopic. I mentioned earlier that when the sun went down, there wouldn't be as much glare on this side. That is already happening. The sun is staying up much later at this time of the year, so now when I start the live stream, if I sit in this chair, in this position, I have to think about the glare from the sun. Okay, so this is a stock, and I believe that will go, yes, that attaches to the back end. like that. And then this is the scope. I'm not sure which way it goes. It's hard to tell. It is really tiny. I'm putting it on that way though. Well, we're gonna give it a shot that way. We'll see how that works. See how that tickles your fancy. Hey, it's Rob Irizarry. Thank you for joining, Rob. Thanks for being here. Anybody else come in that I missed? I see Rob, Diecast, Nick. Let's see, James, Matt. You guys have been here, and Chad. But hello anyway. If I missed anybody, sorry. Thank you for joining. So there's the Destro's rifle. And, let's see. Here's the other accessory, his briefcase. I assume this opens up. Oh, yeah. It opens up and there are more parts. So, like, some of the rifle parts are in the plastic and some are just inside the case. So there's this really tiny bipod that's about the size of one molecule. Hello, Lloyd. Hello, Lloyd Crazy. Sorry, I can't talk. Hello, K9. Hello, Intergalactic Classics. Thank you very much for joining. Hello, Dr. No Good. Thank you very much for joining. There's also what looks like to be... Oh, okay. I'm going to have to kind of pop these out. Yes, that's a magazine. It looks like. Or is it? What does that go to? Okay. This looks... Okay, this... Oh, the Killer Weezer. Live the Adventure, Invade Cobra Island Map, 1986. Oh, yeah. I remember that. I remember exactly. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. There's this tiny thing that looks like it's like a double magazine for the rifle, but it doesn't look like it fits in there. But there is also... Let's see if this pops out. Yeah. Now, what the hell is that? I thought this was a suppressor, but it's not. It's like some kind... Now, okay, Hasbro. Hasbro is definitely watching. You know, I'm sure that they follow every episode of the live stream. So we got to talk about something, guys. Instructions. You know, all you got to do, you don't have to do it in any language. We just need a diagram right here. A diagram right here for how this stuff fits together. Because I can figure some of it out. I can figure, like, the bipod obviously goes here. Like so. So that obviously works. Not that I can... I'm trying to just prop it up there. But, like, what the heck does this stuff do? Like, it pegs in. I was thinking maybe I'm mistaking it for something else, but that sure looks like a double magazine for some kind of weapon. And then there's this piece. It does not have a hole at either end. It has holes on the side to peg into or on the edge to peg into the suitcase. So, who knows? I don't know. Let's see. So, here's the figure itself. Let me put... This figure does not have a removable pistol on the leg. A lot of modern figures will have... extra pieces are supposed to look like a suppressor and magazine, but they really are there just to fill the space in the attaché case. I guess that sort of makes sense. This thing is square with a texture, though. And I when I looked at it at first, I thought, yeah, that's supposed to be a suppressor. But then when I took it out, it's like it doesn't look like one. I'm just going to put it back. I'm going to put it back in the attaché case. If I can get it back. That's really tiny. I need, like, tweezers to put that back in. Isn't this exciting? Because you can't see what I'm doing. Because I'm doing it on my table. And I can't really get the camera down low enough to actually see it. Hello, Todd. Todd loves Destro. If you love Destro so much, why don't you marry him? Alright, so I'm just sticking these back. sticking these back. But one thing I do like about this attaché, look at that metal rod dowel for the hinge. That's nice. That's quality right there. They could have just done, a flexible plastic piece for that, but no, they actually used a metal dowel to for the hinge, like this metal pin that runs right through there. That's nice. That's good. So now I'm curious. Okay. First things first. Let's put these items in Destro's hand and see how he looks. After that, I'm going to see if I can fit the rifle in the attaché case. But first things first, let's give this a try. See, that's what I was worried about. The little stock came off and went flying. I got it though. But I'm afraid by putting it back on, I'm going to knock off the bipod. Okay, it's on. Now, let me get him on the stand. This is riveting stuff, isn't it? This is excitement. This is what you tune in for. This is must-see TV. Let's see. Get on there, please. The pegs on modern figures, I struggle with. Okay. So here we have it. Here we have Destro with rifle and attaché case. That is a serious attaché case. That is big. Check that out. So there's the figure all together. It looks. I mean, the figure itself looks fine. I think it looks okay. Definitely looks like Destro. A bit exaggerated collar there, but you get that on Destro figures now. Am I army building bats? You know what? I actually am army building bats, sort of, in a minimal way, because I ran into more Cobra bats, classified bats, at Target last time I was there. And I never actually thought I would see them in person, in the wild. So, since I actually saw them, I had to get them. So there is Destro altogether, the figure. Now that we've had a look at Destro, and Destro has had a look at us. Look at this. Destro is having a look at us, and he is judging us. Look how judgy he is. That's a very condescending expression on his face, Destro. You think you're better than us, huh? Okay, so now that Destro has had a good look at us, I'm gonna take this rifle apart. Can I put him up here? Can you even see him there? No, of course not. That would just be too. What if I do this? Can you see him this way? No, he's still just below camera. That doesn't really help. Oh well. So anyway, Destro's right here. Just take my word for it. But I'm gonna take this off, and I want to see if the rifle will fit in the case. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Let's find out. It looks like there's a space for everything. It should fit. I'm gonna try to show this to you without dropping anything out. The stuff does fit. It doesn't peg in though. All right. Only the two pieces that don't actually fit on the rifle actually peg in. So check that out. The rifle breaks down and fits in the case. This is reminiscent of the attaché case backpack on vintage Destro, which had just stuff sculpted in. It was just molded in. My 2-camera option, hopefully I'll be able to show that off here in a little bit. We'll see if it works. Knock on wood. And if it does work, I want to do one more sketch. Maybe a quick one. But that means we may be doing an extra long... We will definitely be doing an extra long live stream. Hey, it's Peg Warmers. Thank you for joining, Peg Warmers. It's always nice to see you. So there's that. There's Destro, and now I can put this in his right hand, and yeah, he's walking in with his weapon for an assassination job. Nobody will suspect him. Look, he looks totally normal. Like you saw this guy walking through an airport or something. Yeah, who would suspect such an innocent-looking guy? So there's Destro. That wrist thing is just a little off, but there we go. Oh, the wrist rockets are also a little askew. So, yeah, we have done it. We have opened... Well, it came out of his hand. We have... Intergalactic Classics. Thank you very much. Did you see the PSA-themed Super 7 Roadblock and Mutt? I haven't taken a very close look at it. I saw that some folks posted about it, but I have not had a chance to actually look at it. That's another one of my issues. Don't get me started. I'm having... It's been a challenge the last couple weeks to keep up with the news and to keep up with my schedule. I don't want to make excuses. I need to do better. But it has been a challenge. But I'll take a look at them. I will try to I'll try to be more informed next time, and we can talk more about it. For now, though, let's take a look at these. I'm going to open all of them. I shouldn't probably, but I'm going to anyway. I'm going to carefully open these, hopefully without slashing myself. Wouldn't that be nice? Look, at this point, not slashing myself is a bonus. That's a good day. If I just don't slash myself. That's where we are right now. Let's see. Come on. Okay. Hey, it's Brandon. Hello, Brandon. Thanks for joining. Did I miss anybody? Looks like we got the same crowd in here, but thanks everyone for being here anyway. Okay, so the first one I'm opening, I don't know why, it just happened to be the first one I reached for, is the Red Ninja. And so here he is. This is the Red Ninja. He is clearly based on the classified Red Ninja, which, don't I have it handy? No, of course I don't have it handy. Why would I have handy? No, it's not even up there. Nope. No, so of course I don't have it handy. That would be too convenient. This, like the detailing is really amazing. It's totally unarticulated, it seems. Yeah, it's it's a softer plastic, so it does bend a little bit, but it's otherwise unarticulated. The paint applications, though, are still pretty good. Yeah, it even has like the texture pattern. It has the texture pattern on the cloth. That's impressive. It's really impressive that they can get that kind of detail at this scale. And let's see, where's that Destro? Hold on. Yeah, so like this is essentially a modern G.I. Joe action figure, basically like a 25th anniversary figure. And this has some pretty good detail, but this kind of has more minute detail than this figure. And I have a Destro. Hey, why don't I open the Destro next and put the Destros side by side. I had a Destro. Where is he? Oh, there he is. I found him. I found him. Let's see. I'm sorry I'm missing a lot of the live chat. I hope everybody's having a good time. Sorry about that. Wow, the knife was open. I could have slashed myself right there. I am so smart. I am the smartest man alive. Okay. All right, we got... Okay, so now I should be able to get Destro out of here. Oh, thank you, Dave E. They look like they could be used in a board game. Yes, actually, that's That's a good point. They could actually be used on a board game, I think, and they look pretty good. How do they stand up? Do they stand up on their own pretty well? Pretty well. He stands... I can't show you, but yeah, he stands on his own pretty well. So here is a Destro... Okay, yeah, maybe this isn't the best example. So here's a Destro that is based on the classified Destro design. And I was going to try to, you know, stack up the detailing on this figure next to the 25th anniversary figure. But on this one, the 25th anniversary figure is actually way better. So, yeah, maybe not the best example. And this Destro is, like, missing a bunch of paint applications. That's I mean, some of the detailing is there, like the lines in the uniforms and like the pistol holster on the belt and stuff like that. But there's no, yeah, there's no red on his collar. There's no silver on the armbands, no red on the wrist. There's no, like, it looks like the head is basically the only paint application that I can see. So that is sure something. Looks like Knick Knack from Rocky Horror. That's funny. So yeah, that's I was hoping to show you a good side-by-side comparison here. I was thinking because this one's pretty good. This figure's really not bad. So I was thinking, all right, I'm going to open up Destro, and I'm going to be like, hey, maybe this Destro is as nicely detailed as the retro figure, but no, that's a negative. That's a big fat negative. So that, yeah, there's that. Let's stack him here. All right, let's who we're gonna open next? Let's open Roadblock next, since we looked at classified Roadblock not that long ago. This is, of course, based on the first classified Roadblock release, not the second one. So here we go. And again, I'm sorry I'm not keeping up with the live chat super well, but I'm trying to get this stuff out so you guys can see it. All right, so there's Roadblock. Let me take a look at this guy. I think the figure overall is actually pretty good. It's better than that Destro. You know, he's got the appropriate paint applications on the arms, the head, the vest. The colors are a bit off from the classified figure, but that's not necessarily a bad thing either, because those dark gray pants, the dark gray trousers, actually work pretty well. He does not have his tattoo. He does not have his Lion King tattoo. He does, like, one detail that I think is really nice is the knife. The knife is like, the knife handle is like sticking out as it would on the classified figure. It looks very realistic. So overall, this is not bad. This one, like, this was way better than Destro. Like, that Destro figure, that's something else. That's a little freaky. Except he's not standing up as well. Oh, thank you, Dave E. How much do those cost? I don't know is the answer. These were sent to me. I have seen them around, but I hadn't picked up any, so I don't know is the answer. The only answer I can give you. Okay, downside to Roadblock. Downside to Roadblock, coming out of the package, the legs are kind of bent together, so he's not standing up. I was hoping that maybe I could bend him out a little bit and get him to stand, but that's not working. Okay, downside for Roadblock, he cannot stand up. Next, I think, let's see. This is what we got left. We've got Duke and we've got Snake Eyes. Which should we do next? I think, who's the more impressive one? I think Duke has more paint on him. So I think I'm going to open Snake Eyes and save Duke for last. The Snake Eyes blister is kind of peeling up there, but not enough to take it off without ripping it. So let's Let's finish opening this guy up. I'm trying to cut away from me, you know, as they tell you to do in all of the safety rules. Okay, well, okay. Now that's nice. Okay, this is Snake Eyes. He has almost no paint applications. It's hard to tell, but I think the only paint application is the gray on the visor. No, he's got some gray on the knee pads too. Okay, but still minimal paint applications. That's to be expected on Snake Eyes. That's okay. But one thing I like about this figure a lot is they included the backpack. Check that out. That's really nice. Not the kind of detail you would expect on such a tiny figure. He does not have his sword. I guess that's all right. But just the fact that they bothered to put the backpack on is pretty impressive. I got no problem with that at all. And if you're going to have a figure with minimal paint applications, this is the one to do it. I know that Destro is still mostly black, but he needs some additional colors other than the really sloppy silver paint on his head. That is freaky, isn't it? That is slightly terrifying. So anyway, Snake Eyes. Here we go. Snake Eyes definitely superior to Destro. So one more. Yeah, absolutely no articulation. That's correct. Comic tropes. Yeah, no articulation on these guys. They are static figures. Okay, so last one is Duke. Here we go. Now I can actually close. Hey, it's What's on Joe's Mind. What in the wide world of sports is going on here? I am opening things. It is an opening things extravaganza, and I'm opening the last of these little minifigures, which is Duke. So let's take Duke out of there. And here we go. Last one. Oh, and thank you, What's on Joe Mind. Let's all remember to watch What's on Joe Mind. Their show is on Friday. Make sure you subscribe to What's on Joe Mind. A really great and important show that you must not miss. They have a lot of stuff that they show off on there. Lots of guests and just a lot of really good G.I. Joe talk that you don't not want to miss. Another thing you might not want to miss is Duke here, this little minifigure. And this is, let's see, it's not bad, I have to say. So his eyes and eyebrows, at this scale, it's hard to get the paint right, and that's a little thick. So his eyes look a bit black, and his eyebrows look a bit, wide, a bit thick. He's got some thick eyebrows. Oh, thank you, Matt Rubin. Destro looks weird because of the eye paint apps being misaligned. Yeah, that's definitely that's definitely part of it. But anyway, yeah, that's definitely part of it. I don't think that's as much of a problem. The eye paint, it looks pretty well aligned on Duke here. It's kind of a blop, this is really small scale to try to get that kind of detail on the eyes, but it's not bad. So he's got his bandolier, not the best paint application on the bandolier, a little bit sloppy, but still not too bad. And he has his backpack, like Snake Eyes. He includes the backpack. I like that detail a lot. I just like that little extra touch. They don't come with any of the other accessories. Snake Eyes does not have the sword or anything like that, but Duke just crossed over with Little Orphan Annie. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, see? Right on. Little Orphan Duke. But yeah, no, I dig that backpack. I do like that. I like that a lot. So that's all I have to show you on these. Let's go through them one more time. We had the Red Ninja, which I thought was actually remarkably good. Really excellent detail, especially for a figure of this size. Very well done. We had Oh, thank you, Dave E. Destro looks like Batista on the new Dune movie. That's yeah, thank you. That's not too bad. Maybe if he's dead. That's that. Yeah, that looks like a Halloween mask there. That's so. Then we had Destro in desperate need of some additional paint apps and cleaner paint on the head. So there was Destro. Then we had Roadblock, which I really liked. I thought was well done, but he came out of the package with his legs a little bit warped, so he will not stand up. Other than that, though, the actual detail and the color itself is really well done. Liked that one. Then we had Snake Eyes. Very, very minimal paint, but if you're going to do a figure with minimal paint, Snake Eyes is the one to do it on, and really, really good detail on it. And the backpack, I approve of that. I dig that very much. Very well done. Do like the Snake Eyes one. And then finally, Duke, which is also pretty good. Eyes are a little bit, he's got the shark eyes. But he has that backpack, which also I think is pretty good. So those are our guys. And a little earlier, we looked at the retro Destro. We liked that pretty well. I thought that was done pretty well. I liked the rifle that breaks down and fits in the attaché. And before that, we looked at the G.I. Joe core rule book for the role-playing game. So we went through that. So I think that's all I have to show you right now. Normally, oh yeah, just recapping, the reason I opened the retro Destro. Hello WWJD85, nice to see you. Thank you and welcome. The reason I opened this one is because the blister was coming right off the card. All I did was put this in a box for safekeeping, and I pulled it. I was pulling other things out, and I pulled this out too, and I saw that it's not ripped. It's not ripped. It's just completely come undone, as if there was no adhesive there at all, as if it was never attached. So I figured if it's open this much, I might as well just take it out and look at it. So we have done that, and we are almost ready for story time. Now, I am going to take a 1 minute, like a 60-second break. Do I own it? Let's see. WWJD says, do I own any of the G.I. Joe story books with tapes? I have, I think, one of the story books, and I have some of the tapes. I think I have some here. What I am lacking right now is a cassette player. I have some of the audio cassettes here. The cassette player that I had, it broke, and I haven't replaced it yet. So I've got these, but I can't listen to them. I would like to, and I will eventually replace that thing. What did I dropped Roadblock. Oh no. Let's put them back. Let's try to put them back. Come on. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to take... hey, hello, Jonathan Ulrich. Thank you for joining. I'm going to take about a 60-second break, and I will be right back. Mainly, I just want to get some water because my voice gives out when we do this, but we are going to read the new G.I. Joe Find Your Fate book, Operation Death Ray. We haven't done this one. It's a new one. Story time. So, time out. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back for story time. I just want to make sure I have some water to drink so my voice doesn't die. Right back. Time out. Okay, just getting something to use as a coaster, and I think we're ready. I think we're ready. No whiskey for me. Just actual water. Okay. I think I can survive now. I think I can survive. Okay, so here we're doing it. So I will explain for the uninitiated how this works. This is a Find Your Fate book, meaning at certain pages we will be given options. We will have choices to make, and those choices will affect the outcome of the story. When we get to one of those pages, I will tell you what the options are, and you will help choose which option we take by typing your choice, the page number, into the live chat, and I will very unscientifically guess at which one gets the most votes. It's not an exact science, not an exact process, but I will just guess at which one gets the most. So let's give it a shot. This is a new one. I'm excited. I wonder what our code name will be. What do you think our code name will be? All right, so Operation Death Ray by Megan Stein and H. William Stein. Live the adventure. All right, ready? Here we go. Oh, thank you, Dave E. Love the artwork on the cover. Yeah, let's admire the artwork on the cover for a moment. We've got Gung Ho, but we've got Gung Ho without his tattoo. Oh, thank you, Josiah. What's on Joe Mind podcast, where you can get definitive year-by-year rankings that are somehow both debatable and definitive at the same time. Yes, that's magical. You know what else is? Hello, Cobra Island. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. You know what else is magical? The tattoo on Gung Ho. It's gone. Tattoos in G.I. Joe are magical. Sometimes they disappear. Sometimes they move places. Sometimes they change size. Sometimes it's a different tattoo altogether. But in this case, it is Gung Ho with no tattoo at all. Comic tropes, unless the story starts with Duke throwing a grenade at me, I won't be my favorite Find Your Fate. Yeah, that one's pretty special. I like that one as well. Okay, so here we go. Page 1. And we have some artwork. We have an illustration here. There's no choice at the bottom of page 1, so I'll just keep reading. All right. It's 0800 hours when you near the briefing room on the second level of the G.I. Joe secret headquarters, The Pit. The corridor is filled with low-ranking military clerks, G.I. Joe personnel, and top-ranking Pentagon officials, all talking at once. Suddenly, a voice calls to you loud and clear. Break in. What, is that you, old buddy? Gung Ho shouts from the other end of the long hall. I thought you were stuck in a revolving door somewhere. Is that our code name? I think that's our code name. Dave E., is that Hector Garrido artwork? I don't know. I don't know. But it seems to be based on Hector Garrido artwork. It's definitely in the same style. Check out those Crimson Guard. Check out the CGs. Yeah, dig it. But I think that's our code name. I think our code name in this book is Break In. I do not approve. That's terrible. I see we all got an invitation to attend the intelligence briefing this morning, you say. You must be important. They dragged me 5,000 miles to get me here. Sure, it's important, Gung Ho says. You're our number one security systems specialists. I'll bet they called you in to fix the soft drink machine. Ha ha. That blasted thing's been short-changing everyone. Gung Ho pounds you on the back and laughs, because it's really funny. Morning, Deep Six, you say, seeing the sad-eyed scuba diver. You and he enter the briefing room together, but he doesn't look up, answer you, or even smile. He just takes his seat by himself off to the side. That does sound like Deep Six. That's probably something Deep Six would do. Deep Six recently lost a personality competition with Howard Cosell, Gung Ho says, sitting down next to you. Howard Cosell's got personality. That's rude. Rest his soul, Howard Cosell. He had personality. Anyway, so next page, page 2. There's no option for us at the end of page 2. We got to keep reading. Within a few minutes, the room is full and the doors have been closed. As the briefing is about to start, Lady J drops herself into the empty chair on your right. Listen up, guys. No snoring, Lady J says under her breath in a perfect imitation of Hawk's voice. Lady J can do Hawk's voice. That's impressive. That's impressive. Listen up, guys. No snoring, Hawk says. So now it's Hawks. All right, that was pretty funny. Listen up, guys. No snoring, Hawk says. You and Gung Ho stifle a laugh. Hawk, otherwise known as General Clayton M. Abernathy, head honcho of the G.I. Joe team, is standing flagpole straight in the front of the room, but the smile on his face is half-masked. It's kind of... Anyway... yesterday, the United States government received a threat and a new demand from Cobra. What do they want this time, Colonel Sanders' secret recipe? Rock and roll cracks. Hey, Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, that would be worth some money. That is something Cobra should go for. That was rock and roll making that crack, rubbing a hand over his bushy blonde beard. They want the U.S. to open its gold vaults and hand over everything, Hawk says. Cobra claims they've got a weapon, something like a death ray, hooked up to one of our communications satellites. If we don't pay up, they're going to demolish 10 U.S. cities at one time. Colonel, this sounds like a crazy sci-fi story, Footloose says, a look of disbelief on his boyish face. Next page. The intelligence boys are piecing it together, Hawk says, but everything's checking out affirmative. What kind of death ray, Gung Ho asks. It goes back to 1979 and a Russian scientist named Alexander Turkichev. Alexander Turkichev. Hawk explains, Turkichev defected to the United States so he could finish his research without having someone looking over his shoulder. Oh, thank you, Comic Tropes. Hector Garrido is illustrated books 5 through 20, and this is book number 8. So that should indeed be his artwork there. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you very much, Comic Tropes. Good research skills. Good, quick on the draw there. So Turkichev didn't want anyone looking over his shoulder because Lord knows that never happens in the U.S. of A. Isn't 35 a strange name for... What? I'm sorry, I skipped a part. In the United States, could finish... Blah, blah, blah. He invented a synthetic gas-like element that he named Leucinium-35 after his grandfather. Isn't 35 a strange name for an old man? Snowjob whispers to you. They've got the jokes. Everybody's a comedian in this. Everybody's a Weisenheimer. Keep your shirts on. Here comes the death ray, Hawk says. He unrolls a chart that shows in simple terms how the leucinium lens works. See, when you focus the sun's rays through a lens of the leucinium, you get a molecular reaction at the target end. It's an explosion with a force many times that of any known missile or bomb. And you're saying there's a leucinium lens attached to one of our communication satellite, Flint asks. So it's a magnifying glass. So Cobra is threatening to hold a big magnifying glass over U.S. cities so that the sunbeam just it burns that city like an ant. You know how Cobra could be foiled here if it's a cloudy day? You know, there's no sunlight. It's a cloudy day. Death ray foiled. Next page, page 4. When do we get a choice? There's still no choice on this. We're on page 4, and there's still no option, but it looks like there is one on page 5. Here we go. I want to get to the part where we can actually make an option. Davey, thank you for the super chat, and Comic Tropes, thanks for clearing that up. Yes, thank you very much, Comic Tropes. Yeah, a death ray for ants? Yes, Turkichev secretly installed the lens just before a group of satellites were launched. How did he do that? We also built a computer system to control the lens and determine the target. We thought he was working for us. The Russians thought he was secretly working for them. The truth is, Turkichev was working for Cobra at the time. They got the computer and they've built a fortress around it on one of the smaller Hawaiian islands. We just found out which one. So, all right. So the U.S. government built this death ray. This is not Cobra's death ray. They hired the Russian guy that defected, and they said, go ahead and build your death ray. We will put it on our communication satellite. And somehow that didn't turn out well. Somehow it went poorly. So now Cobra has control of the U.S. death ray and is going to use it against them. And honestly, the U.S. was going to use that for completely peaceful purposes. It was going to use it, so you could have a warmer day at the beach. Like, you ever hate going to the beach and, you just don't get any sun? It just has to be overcast. Well, this would have solved that problem. That's what the U.S. was going to use this death ray for. It was a beach sunshine ray. And then Cobra just went and just made something bad out of it. The security for that Cobra fortress must be wrapped tighter than a golf ball. Now you know why you've been called to the pit. Break in. Great. I guess we get to break in. Where's that traitor Turkichev? Gung-Ho cries. I'd like to pound him into Russian dressing. Huh. He disappeared, Hawk says, motioning for Gung-Ho to restrain himself. It's possible he went back to Russia on his own. My guess is the Soviet KGB dragged him back and bounced him into a Siberian prison. If he is in Siberia, he might be eager to deal with us. His freedom in exchange for the information we need to locate and disable the lens. Assuming we can get him out of prison, of course. So the U.S. government installed this thing on one of its communication satellites. They don't know how it works. But it sounds as if Turkichev may not even be in Russia, Lady J says. Siberia might be a dead end. Shouldn't the team concentrate on a seek and destroy mission against Cobra's Hawaiian headquarters? Page 5. Maybe, Hawk says, but the Hawaiian location is secure. Some say impenetrable. That's why we're letting the team decide the operation plan. We're not making a decision. Look, just because I'm the general doesn't mean I make the decisions here. We're going to do this by committee. You guys work it out amongst yourselves. Let's see. Flint and Break-In, you two are in no matter what. The rest of the team will be chosen depending on what you decide to do. You can go to the Hawaiian Islands and find Cobra's secret headquarters, or you can go to Siberia and to find Turkichev. It's a coin toss. I'm just the general, right? We've got these options here. It's pretty much a coin toss. Why don't we make it a coin toss? Why don't we just decide it that way? There's just no other way to decide what to do. Okay. We're almost at the bottom of the page. Here we go. All we know is that there's a deadly piece of synthetic glass attached to the satellite that keeps circling the Earth once every 4 hours. We don't know which satellite and we don't know which cities are the primary targets. All we know is that Cobra won't wait long before giving us a little demonstration of what the Lukinim lens can do. Lukinim lens? Okay, so we have options. Okay, you guys ready? Get your keyboards ready. Get ready. I'm gonna give you the options and the page numbers for each options, and you will make your choice by typing in the page number. I would recommend that you not flood the live chat with the same thing. Just don't repeat it. That is something that YouTube could identify as spam, and they could block you. So it's not me doing it, it's a YouTube thing. So try to just vote once. That's in your own best interest to vote once. But here are the options. If you'd like the G.I. Joe team, if you think the G.I. Joe team should go to Hawaii, turn to page 7. If you think the team should go to Siberia, turn to page 13. So in your live chat, type 7 if you want to go to Hawaii. Type 13 if you want to go to Siberia, and go. Let's see what we got. Let's start the very unscientific counting of the votes. Let's see. What's it gonna be? I see no votes so far. I guess, it may have to be a coin. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Photo Viper says 13. Gas says 7. We got 13s and 7. They're pretty evenly matched right now. 7 is pulling out a little bit ahead. Not by much, though. It's still pretty close. We've got more 7s. Yeah, 7 is definitely pulling ahead. 13, got a few more 13s. 7s. I think it looks like 7's going to win, but I'll give it a few more seconds. I know there's a little bit of lag here, so I'll give it a few more seconds just in case anybody else has some input. We got another 13. We got another 7. Okay. Dial 9 if you'd like Jason, Todd, Robin to die. That's pretty funny. I think 7 is ahead. I'll give it just a few more seconds, and then unless there's a whole bunch of 13s that come in a few more seconds, I think 7 is going to win this one. It's reasonably close, but think about it. Your options are to go to Hawaii or Siberia. All right, think about this. Think carefully about this. I think we're going with 7. I think 7 won. It was not too. It's fairly close. But I think 7 won by a comfortable margin. I think Hawk would decide, just like Hoodie, is an unscientific counting of hands. Yeah, everybody just throws up a hand and I'll guess which side has more hands up. Okay, so we're going to page 7. Here we go. Page 7. Here we go. Welcome to Hawaii. Kamona Wanalea, Gung Ho says as you step into the Shark flying submarine. He drops a necklace around your neck. Oh, we really are getting laid. But it's not exactly the traditional Hawaiian flower lei. It's made out of hand grenades. Well, that's fine. That's regulation equipment for a tourist on a G.I. Joe excursion. A hand grenade necklace. Your standard issue hand grenade necklace. Flint Deep 6 torpedo and tripwire are already on board. You are still a little shaky from your supersonic jet ride in the hidden Hawaiian port. Or to the hidden Hawaiian port. When you hit the deck, Deep 6 revs the motor and sends the Shark flying over the blue Pacific waters at top speed. How many people are supposed to fit in the Shark? Hey, we've got company, Flint shouts. He's got his eyes glued on the eyepiece of his electronic zoom binoculars. Kill the engines, he shouts to Deep 6 at the wheel. How many people do they think fit in the Shark? I don't know how many of you guys have seen the G.I. Joe Shark. It doesn't fit many people. In fact, fits only one person. But somehow this team of 5 are fitting in the Shark. Whatever. Okay, it's fine. Let's just go with it. From out of nowhere, a sleek seaplane dips from the clouds and circles you. Something tells me it's a Cobra plane, Tripwire says. Those guys catch on fast, says Torpedo, scooping water into his scuba mask and dumping it out, just in case he has to make a quick exit into the Pacific Ocean. Yes, a quick exit from inside the shark. Watch me blast him out of the ballpark, Gung Ho shouts as he sets up his grenade launcher. Yes, a grenade launcher will be very effective against a seaplane. That can't fail. Negative, Gung Ho, Flint says, his voice calm as always. He's still looking through his binoculars. It's not Cobra, it's the Coast Guard. They almost blasted the Coast Guard. That would have made headlines. Page 11. Thanks for blowing our cover, guys, Gung Ho shouts into a megaphone as the Coast Guard plane dips slower. Now go rescue a lobster. Got no respect for the Coast Guard. Flint laughs and gives Gung Ho a playful pound on the shoulder. Yeah, everybody hates the Coast Guard. What's their problem with the Coast Guard? The plane pauses over the shark again, this time dropping a small canister into the water. Flint quickly scoops it up with a net and opens it. This is what we've been waiting for. Aerial photography of the islands. Take a look at this one, guys. Flint passes one of the photos around. Wow. It's an amazingly inefficient way to deliver photos, but we'll go with it. Passes the photos around. It's photos of Lady J. Everybody is shocked. It's not. I made that part up. It's a picture of an unpopulated jungle island complete with an extinct volcano rising from the center. It's called Spider Island. Wasn't that like a B movie title? Wasn't there like a B movie like Escape from Spider Island or some crap like that? Flint says, reading the message that came down from the photos, but don't get nervous, Break-In. There are no tarantulas there. The island got its name because years ago, when the volcano erupted, hot lava cut 8 small streams down the mountainside. Okay, so it looks like a spider. Sure enough, the aerial photo makes the volcano look like an enormous black widow spider with its legs spread out through the greenery of the jungle. Page 22. 22. Okay. And by the way, they were complaining about the Coast Guard, but apparently that plane was part of their plan, right? It was supposed to do aerial photography. Did they not know that? And if they didn't know that, why would they open the canister? Why would they be like, oh, it just dropped a canister out there. No harm can come from that. That's got to be totally safe. Anyway, okay, at the bottom of page 22, we have choices. We have options. Just so that volcano is the only spider we have to deal with, you say, shuddering. The others don't laugh at your phobia. They know it's no joke to you. That's very sensitive of them. That's very sensitive of the team to not laugh at our arachnophobia. You take a long look at the photo, and by the way, we're supposed to infiltrate this base. So if there were spiders, will we just run away screaming? Is that what we would do? Is it that important to us? We take a long look at the photographs, then toss it down and pick up your specially designed scanner binoculars to get a better look at the real thing. So that's Spider Island we've been circling, you say. Cobra's there, all right. I can make out landmines, booby traps, pitfalls, everything triggered by electronic sensors. I can tell exactly where their headquarters is. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't tell exactly where their headquarters is, but security tightens up the closer you get to the volcano. It's going to be tricky. Of course the bad guys are going to have their headquarters in a volcano. If there's a volcano involved, that's where hey, governments of the world, do you want to know you want to find the terrorists? Just go around to all the volcanoes. Just search those. You'll find them. In fact, don't worry about it. Just attack the volcanoes. Just bomb the volcanoes from the air. Wipe them all out. The world is a safer place. You're welcome. Where the hell was I? Okay. It's going to be tricky. The beach will take too long. Let's hit them underwater, Torpedo says. This shark has enough firepower to blast through their security. How big do they think the shark is? You can be sure that they've got a security system underwater too, you say. Come on, guys, Flint says. We've got a loaded satellite passing over our heads 4 times a day, and the detonator button is somewhere on that island. Now let's decide. How do we get in? We have choices. You guys ready? All right, get your fingers ready. Hey, Adam Verwolf, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. We got some choices to make, so flex your fingers and get ready to type. Here are the choices. Option 1. If you want to invade by land, turn to page 85. If you want to invade by sea, turn to page 33. So type 85 if you want to invade by land. Type 33 if you want to invade by sea. 85 by land, 33 by sea. So type in the live chat either 85 if you want to attack by land, or 33 if you want to invade by sea. Now we are at sea, so to get to the land, we've got to go through the sea. I'm not really sure what that means. I didn't write the book, okay? I didn't write it. So we've got 85, plus it's on land, so even if we attack by sea, we're going to be on land at some point, right? See, so we've got some 85s. We've got lots of 85s, but we got lots of 33s too. That is really very evenly matched. This is going to be a tough one. This one's going to be tough. Got some more 33s. I thought 85 was getting an edge, but then we got some more 33s. This is going to be a tough one. I think 85 has a very slight edge, but not very much. Not very much. This one's. Why do you guys got to make it so hard on me? Why can't you just make it easy? Why can't you guys just get together, discuss this in advance, and all vote the same way? That would make it easy for me. But no, everybody's got to be different. So we got another 33 coin toss. That's how we make decisions in G.I. Joe, is with the coin toss. Why can't I say coin toss? Why do I keep saying toin toss? Anyway, so G.I. Joe makes all of its decisions by coin toss. That's really the scientific way. I don't actually have a coin to toss. I would actually do a coin toss, but I don't have one. Okay, this one is too close to call. I don't have a coin. What I have, still sitting here from my Cobra Bat review, is I have this Cobra Bat file card. So I'm gonna flip this. Because it's just too close to call. So like heads, tails. Okay, heads, tails. This is we're making this decision the General Hawk way. All right, ready? So heads 85, tails 33. Heads 85, tails 33. Let's flip it. Tails. All right. Tails wins. 33 may have actually won anyway, but we're going with we're attacking by sea. We are at sea, so I think we would be attacking by sea anyway. But let's attack by sea. Page 33. You and Tripwire agree that Cobra security system on the island looks awesome, but breakable. The only problem is that it would take a lot of time to deactivate it, and time is the one thing you don't carry an extra supply of in your equipment belt. It'd be handy if you did, though. Yeah. Deep Six takes the shark below water and then suits up to join the beautiful tropical fish in the clear Pacific. So he suits up while he's... What's he wearing? If he's not wearing his suit in the shark, I don't know, doesn't matter. You and the rest of your teammates huddle around the monitor, keeping track of Deep Six's every move. What's he doing? Gung Ho asks, adjusting the focus. Looks like a crawl stroke, Tripwire jokes. Do you see anything that looks like a way into Cobra headquarters, you ask Flint. Not yet. Hey, look, he's playing with an octopus. Deep Six gets along with anything that swims and doesn't talk back to him, Torpedo says. But a hush falls over the team when they see what happens next. Suddenly, Deep Six turns away from the octopus and starts swimming toward the base of the volcanic mountain. When he gets back, when his back is turned, someone peers out from behind the underwater coral rock and fires a dart into the octopus's head. They just killed an octopus. Page 12. They just murdered an octopus. It's sushi. It's fine. Something's going on out there, you say. Something just hit the octopus with a laser beam, I think. As Flint and Gung Ho crowd in toward the view screen, the picture gets fuzzy and goes black. That octopus is spitting so much ink into the water, he can't see a thing. We can't see a thing, you say. Deep Six has company, guys, Torpedo says. I'm picking up a dozen blips on the sonar. Eels! Flint shouts. Cobra's scuba saboteurs, the miserable. They zap that octopus to make a smokescreen so Deep Six wouldn't see them coming. That's rude and very unkind to the octopus. But it's sushi, so I can't complain too much. Flint, let me suit up. Scuba diving is my secondary specialty, you say. So, break in, us, our secondary specialty, scuba diving. Sure. You know that, I know that, break in, Flint says, but we can't afford to lose you, and we've got more firepower in the shark than you can carry hand to hand. That is true. That is an accurate statement about the shark. They're closing in on Deep Six, Torpedo says, looking at the sonar screen. Quick, what do we do? Here are the choices. We got choices, okay? We got choices. So get your typing fingers ready. Get your typing fingers ready. You ready? Here we go. If you want to get into a wetsuit and go into the water and to help Deep Six, turn to page 45. If you want to stay inside the shark and fire weapons at the Cobra Eels, turn to page 58. So 45 if you want to get out of the shark and help Deep Six. 58 if you want to stay in the shark and shoot at the Cobra Eels. So type in your live chat. Type 45 if you want to exit the shark. 58 if you want to stay in the shark and shoot at the Cobra Eels. What's it gonna be? Pop quiz, hot shot. Do you stay in the shark or do you get out of the shark? Lots of 45s. Okay. A few 58s, but lots of 45s. Is 58 gonna... Oh, 58 is catching up. 58 is catching up. What's on Joe Mine is a few pages behind. That's okay. 50... Oh, wow, 58 is really shooting up there. All right. I thought 45 got out to a pretty good lead, but 58 is really ramping up there. What's on Joe... I think we already read page 12, What's on Joe Mine. I can read it again, I suppose. We got another 45, but we got lots of 58s. I'll give it a few more seconds, give you guys some time to sort it out, some time to figure it out, just to see if 45 catches up. But I think 58 won this one. I think 58 won this one pretty handily. That's pretty impressive. It's not often that we have one of the options jump out that far ahead. A couple more seconds just to make sure, just making sure. And then we will unless there's a miracle, we're going to turn to page 58, which is stay in the shark. Apparently, the very large shark that has all of the team members in it, and shoot at the Cobra Eels. Not necessarily a bad plan. Not a bad plan. I'm taking that as 58 wins. So 58. Let's turn to page 58. Let's see what happens. Hey, we get another option at the bottom of 58. How about that? Hello, Rob Vegas. Hello and welcome. I don't think I saw you in here earlier, so hello. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Suddenly, the shark moves toward the inky black water where the eels are closing in on Deep 6. They don't know it, but Cobra attackers are about to become attacked, Gung Ho says. We're in range of the target, Torpedo says, from the shark controls, from the driver's seat of the shark, I guess. Turn on the front floodlights. Let's warn them. Turn on the front floodlights, Flint shouts. The ocean lights up like a birthday cake. Okay. And they really stretched for the colorful metaphors in here. Eels realize that the surprise party is for them. They quickly switch on their propulsion backpacks and zip through the water in the opposite direction. Let them go, Tripwire says, falling over a stool in the control room of the shark. Tripwire fell off a stool in the control room of the G.I. Joe shark. But Gung Ho disagrees loudly. Keep after him. Deep 6 can find the Cobra HQ entrance free and clear now. He won't need us for at least 20 minutes, he says, and if we capture those swimming snakes, we'll knock out a whole line of Cobra defense. Keep on their tails, Torpedo, my boy. Thank you, Dave, for the super chat. Deep 6 likes to be by himself anyway. That's a good point. See? Dave raises a good point. That's very true. Keep on their tails, Torpedo, my boy. Flint turns to you and says, break in. What do you think we should do? We have to make another decision? Oh, my decider is getting worn out. My decider is just, it's, I don't know if we can take much more of this, but here we go. Get ready. Get your typing fingers ready. My knuckles are cracking. Get your typing fingers ready. And here are your options. If you want to stay with Deep 6 and let the eels go, turn to page 61. If you want to pursue them, turn to page 65. So it's 61. If you want to stay with Deep 6, let the eels go. 65 if you want to follow the eels and let Deep 6 go. So 61, follow Deep 6. 65, 65, follow the eels. So what's it going to be? 61, stick with Deep 6. 65, follow the eels. Yes, it's a TARDIS shark. That's all right. So Comic Trope says 65. Photoviper says 61. We got some more 65s. 65 is out to a solid lead. 65 is out to a solid lead. So some of you guys are saying let's let Deep 6 go out on his own. He does like to be on his own. That's a good point. And go after those Cobra eels. 65 is well ahead. There are some 61s though. There are some 61s, but 65 has jumped off to an early lead. Let's give it a little bit more time. Give it a little bit more time. Let's see. Yojo says 65 is a trap. That's possible. It could be. That has happened to us before. But we'll see. This is a new book. You never know. We could be making the right decision here. 60. Barring some miracle within the next few seconds, I'm going to say that 65 has won. Going once. Going twice. 65 it is. 65 it is. Here we go. 65. Let's see if we die. Here we go. A net full of eels would be a fine catch, you decide, so Torpedo aims the shark in the direction of the fleeing Cobra's scuba assassins. When we're finished with those fish, Gung Ho says, they'll tell us where the underwater entrance to Cobra headquarters is. Then they'll march us right into the computer room so we can pull the plug on this Lookanim satellite. After him, Torpedo. You've come to expect that kind of attitude from Gung Ho, and in the same way, you've come to expect one dirty trick after another from Cobra. What's that? You forgot to expect it? That was a costly mistake. Uh-oh. As it turns out, the eels were not fleeing from you. They were luring you into a trap that makes a very loud boom when it shuts. However, even though powerful depth charges blow you and your companions to smithereens, small smithereens at that, Deep Six remains unharmed. He finds the Cobra headquarters and makes their lives miserable until a second G.I. Joe team arrives to dismantle the computer detonator and save the good old USA in the end. That's it. That's it. Good news. Good news. Look, let's look at the bright side here. Deep Six was fine. They captured him, but he was so annoying that he just kept them busy until a better G.I. Joe team came along and actually accomplished the mission. But the USA is safe. That's good. In fact, I live in the USA, so I'm kind of glad that it's safe. You know, I'm kind of glad that I was not in a city that was blown up. But unfortunately, what was blown up was all of us. So so we died. You know, I think that's okay. That's a good. We can read this book again in the future. We can give it another shot, make some different choices, and have a different outcome. But you know, I think it's almost a tradition here to die the first time we try one of these Find Your Fate books. So you know, that keeps in with the typical thing that we do. That's it. So that's it for story time. Thank you very much for participating. I do have one other thing that I'm going to try to do, but I'm going to take a brief comfort break before I do it. I'm going to attempt to do another sketch here. So let me try my two camera setup. Let's see if we can do this. And let's be real, we probably can't do it. Probably won't work at all. But let me get it set up now, and then take a break, because if it doesn't work, I'd rather know. If it's not going to work, then we'll just this would be a good time to end the live stream. But if it does work, then this is a good time for me to take a break and then draw something. So hey, I think that was all right. That was okay. Had a good time. The Find Your Fate books are surprisingly violent for children's media. Lots more death and destruction in them than you would expect. Okay, all right. I'm gonna test this. Most likely, this camera will freeze for a second, but if this works, I should be able to bring it back. All right, here we go. Trying out the different setup. Okay. That camera does look like it froze. Let's fix it, I think. Okay. All right, so here we go. See if we can get the page in camera here. All right. Oh yeah. Let me move this stuff because I also set up a lamp so I can have a little extra light, like so. Okay. So that's that. It's not the best setup in the world, but it's good enough for the girls I go out with. There we go. All right, so we're going to give this a shot. Try to get that in frame a little better. There we go. All right, so timeout. Is it working, by the way? Can you see me? I can see me. It looks like it's working on my end. If it's not working, though, just let me know. Okay, so time. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves, and then we will draw something, and we'll have a little bit more fun. We're having an extra long live stream, and I'll just keep it going until this sketch is finished. So hang loose with me, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm almost back. I just want to get more water. I'm here. I still exist. I just want to get more water. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, and we're back. We are back. Okay. I can see the lag on here. I can tell that it's like 20 seconds or so lagged from real time for me. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to draw a G.I. Joe guy. Okay? I'm going to draw a G.I. Joe character of some kind. And I am going to... oh, thank you, Chad. Till the sketch is finished, this isn't going to be a stick figure, is it? Well, actually, I did draw a stick figure, kind of a test run to make sure the camera worked. But no, I'll draw a real figure. I'll draw a real figure. Hello, Jumpin' General. Thank you very much for joining. And thanks you to I see the figure 6-pack. Thank you for joining. I don't think I saw you come in. And to anybody else who came in that I missed, thank you for being here. So I've got to decide which G.I. Joe character to draw, and I'm going to decide this in also a very unscientific way, and a totally unfair way, too. I'm going to let somebody in the live chat decide. Basically, type in the live chat whichever G.I. Joe character you want me to draw. Just type it in there. I know that's not fair. I will just pick the first one I see. I know that's not fair because some people will be lagging more than others, but I got to decide somehow, so this is just how we're going to do it. So just type whichever G.I. Joe character you would like for me to draw, and the first one I see, that's what I'm going with. Hello, Chad. Torch. Okay. Comic Trope says Torch. That's the first one I saw. So that's how we're deciding it this time. Hang on a second. I'm gonna go get the figure for reference, and I'll be right back. Hold on. Alright, fortunately I had Torch handy. I had Torch nearby, so we're going with Torch, the Dreadnought. Chad, draw Break In From the Book. Break In From the Book. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Maybe we do that as a second one if there's time. Did they have a picture of Break In? Which one of these is supposed to be Break In? Is that supposed to be Break In? He's a very, nondescript guy. And by the way, why does all the generic characters have to be Caucasian? That's not reality. So I don't know. It's not a terrible idea. But I'm going with, but just because it was the first one I saw, I'm going with Torch here. So this is something I've been wanting to do for some time. Is have a 2-camera setup so I can draw. Oh, thank you, Dave E. Again, Valor versus Venom Torch. I don't have Valor versus Venom Torch. I would draw one if I had one, but I don't have one. So I'm going to go with a version 1 Torch. I kept thinking, I want to do a 2-camera setup so I can do some live art. I just need a second camera. I was like, why can't I've got to pick up a separate camera, second camera. I kept forgetting. And then I realized, hold on a minute, I've got a second camera. I own one. It's in a box. I know where it is. I haven't used it in years. But why do I keep thinking I've got to buy a second camera when I have a second camera? So here we go. So now we got this one. It's old, it's not the best. Eventually I'll get a better one. But this is gonna do for now. So let's think of a pose for Torch. I mean, this is a pretty generic, kind of standing pose. But let's make him a little more Dreadnought-y. Let's think of a way to pose him. I want him like leaning forward a little bit and kind of leaning this way a little bit. And like I'm gonna have his. He's got the acetylene torch. It's not a blowtorch. It's an acetylene torch, and we're gonna illustrate it as it actually is, right? It'd be very tempting to illustrate it as a blowtorch because that's a little more exciting. A little more exciting than a cutting or welding torch. But we're just gonna be figure and accessory accurate here. So let's do that. Let's do that. There's the backpack. So he's going to be kind of twisting his upper body this direction, but his legs are going to be kind of going that way. So this is the pose that I think I'm going to be working with. I'm going to attempt something like that. And I've got the figure. I'm just going to set the figure right there for reference. I'm going to set this over here for reference. All right, let's get it started. Let's figure it out. Let's see. Let's kind of try to position this in the page pretty well. One problem that I struggled with a little bit when I started drawing again is like the positioning of the. Actually, I'm going to move him. The positioning of the character on the page. Like I would start too low on the page and I would run out of room at the bottom. I'm tilting this up a little bit just so I can get the proportions a little better. This would be a lot easier with a drawing table, but we work with what we got. It's the poor artist that blames his tools. That's why I draw with a stick and mud on a rock. Okay. I mean, it's a fair adage that it's the poor artist that blames his tools. That's the old idiom, but you do have to have at least some basic tools. And if you're gonna pencil draw, you gotta at least have a pencil and paper. So he's gonna be like kind of like this. I know this is light, but I will darken it in a little bit. I'm just trying to basically sort out where everything is going to be for now. I don't want the character to seem off balance. And he's going to have his torch like this. Like so. Where's the... Okay, hold on. Where's the accessory? The accessory, like... I was going to have him holding it like a rifle, but there isn't a lot of space on that accessory to hold it with the left hand, to like stabilize it with the left hand. But we're going to make it work anyway. So the torch is going to come out like this, with a flame like that. Okay, I promise you will be able to see this better. I'm going over it very lightly because I don't want to have to erase a lot of this crap. He's got some super tall boots. He's actually pretty fashionable as a dreadnought goes. Okay, so let me check out those proportions a little bit. It's not the best, but you know what? It's going to be good. Keeping in mind that I am not a pro, I must temper my expectations a little bit. We all must. We all must temper our expectations a little bit. Okay, boots, like so. I think that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay. All right, so that's kind of what we're working with here. It's going to look a little off because it's going to be flat, so the perspective is going to be a little skewed on your camera, but I'll try to get I'll try to get a good angle every once in a while to show you where it is. So I'm going to do the technique that I use sometime to prevent pencil smudges. I'm going to use this to kind of cover the lower half of the page as I draw on the upper half. Let's get Torch drawn here. So he has his hair parted in the center. He's got kind of long hair, kind of flows down. He's got a red bandana. And how popular were red bandanas in the 80s? Like, Rambo wore a red bandana, and then all of a sudden, like, it was just a normal piece of men's fashion. In fact, I don't think you could be qualified as a tough guy if you were not wearing a red bandana. So then he's got his like mutton chops there, chin, mustache. All right, so we're getting it. We're getting it. Let's see. Gonna kind of extend his chops a little bit. Gonna see a little bit of ear there, but it's kind of a hairy guy. Almost got a Wolverine thing going on here. Okay. Now it's hard for me to get it in perspective with it sitting flat like that. I kind of wish I had something to prop it up on, but I don't think I do. Nothing that's handy anyway. Okay. So head. He's got like a dog collar. And look, I'm not going to kink shame the guy. I'm not going to criticize his lifestyle, but he's got a collar on him with some studs. He's got his open chest leather vest. Hey, that's no judgments here. No judgments. Well, you know what? Whatever clubs or bars Torch wants to go to in his own time is nobody's business. I guess as long as they serve grape soda and chocolate-covered donuts. So he's got chains going around, kind of around his arms, across his chest and around his arms. Then he has this skull necklace, and I'm going to do that a little bit oversized so I can kind of get the detail a little bit in it, like so. Okay. Yeah, I know this isn't coming out super good on camera, but we're gonna get there. I promise. You'll be able to see it more clearly as I start to flesh it out. But he's got his arms, and I'm going to add something. I'm going to add the hint of a cobra tattoo here on the right shoulder, because in, what was it, issue number 30? He was drawn with a tattoo. I think it was Frank Springer who did that issue. He was drawn with a cobra tattoo. I don't think he ever appeared with that cobra tattoo in any later issues. But I like the tattoo. In fact, I like the tattoo enough that I have the same tattoo. So we're gonna just do it this way. And I apologize again. I can't really keep up with the live chat while I've got my eyes down here. So I'm just trying to make sure that I keep communicating and conversing as much as I can. So that's going to be like that. Like that. That's going to be... Well, see, that's going to cover part of the skull necklace, but that's okay. That's okay. That's how objects interact with space sometimes. I need a new needed eraser. A needed eraser is needed. So I'm using this this block eraser in the meantime. until I can replace my crappy, dried out, kneaded eraser. Really got to use the stuff more often is one thing. Okay, so there's the torch. And then see, like the vest comes to here, and then he's got... See, that's... I can already tell the proportions need to be a little bit different, but not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, so let me see if I can get this, let you see this a little bit. So it's sort of coming together. Man, that lighting sucks, huh? Okay, there we go. It's sort of coming together. Sort of coming together. Let's see. So I'm going to have him kind of stabilizing the torch with the left hand. Like so. Thumb like sort of like that. Okay, and he's got these gloves and bands around his wrists. And then let's see, I'm gonna have the leather vest kind of hanging down here. And like so. And then like he's gonna have some blue jeans and then he's got a belt buckle, like a round belt buckle, and he's got a chain belt. So, torch is all about the leather and chains, which hey is fine with me. Of all the things the Dreadnoks do to earn disdain and scorn, wearing leather and chains is pretty low on the list. Not an issue. Not an issue. Their wanton destruction of property, though, is that's a bit of an issue, you know. Bit of a no-no, but yeah. But fashion is not a crime. Sometimes it should be, but usually though, fashion is not a crime. Let's see. Alright, so I'm kind of blocking out where this chain is going to be. The chain on the vest that kind of goes around the arms. This is going to be fleshed out significantly. I do kind of hate drawing chains. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but we're going to try to do a good one here. Like so. I will get some more detail in that acetylene torch. Alright, so let's get his legs. I'm going to give him like pockets. And what does he have on his legs here? He's got a pistol. Does that mean he's left-handed? Pistol on his left side? I don't know. Maybe not necessarily, but nothing else on Torch indicates that he's left-handed. On the package art, he holds his torch right-handed. So we're going to do a pistol here. And there is a strap that goes around like this. Straps on the legs are kind of nice, kind of handy, because they give you an opportunity to add some curvature to the legs, which helps add some depth. I forgot the band around his left arm there, so we're going to put this band here, like so. And that is a studded band, so we're going to put some studs on it. And let's see. There we go. And then there's this other band around the right leg for his knife. And it's a wide band. All right, there's a buckle here on this one. And then there's let's see, there's like a buckle here on that one. We'll just kind of dummy out a little fake buckle there. Won't take it too seriously. Okay, so we've got some folds at the knees because his knees are bent, and then we've got these really tall, super tall boots with like these almost knee pads. So sometimes when I'm drawing the boots, when I get to the boots, that's where I can get kind of lazy. So I'm going to try not to do that. Sometimes I can just get kind of tired of going. It's like, all right, I want this thing to be done. And I usually try to do the boots last because I don't want that pencil work to smudge, so it's more desirable to me to do the top of the sketch first and then come back and finish out the bottom part of it. So let's see, how are those boots? The boots have like these I don't know, like shin guard things, and they have these bands that go around the shin or around the calf. Something like that. Okay, we have about got this fleshed out except for the backpack. We've about got it fleshed out except for the backpack. Man, that lighting sucks. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get this so you can actually see it. Okay, so but he's got the backpack. I guess that's attached to that chain. We won't see very much of the backpack because it's on his back, and it's going to be covered mostly by his body. But there is it looks like a metal rack, kind of a thick one, like so. And then behind that, there is... I'm going to draw the tank a little bigger so we can at least see some of it. Like that, and like that. Something like that. So, and then, oh yeah, I almost forgot. We've got, coming from here, we've got this hose that connects to the backpack. I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it that way because it kind of encircles the arm, and that just doesn't create enough tension. So we're going to have it go like up this way, like that. Okay, all right. I think we're ready to start working in the details here and getting this done. I'm going to take the accessory out of the hand because I want to kind of get some of the accessory details. And now, for those of you who have stuck around, thank you. It should start to actually take some shape now. Let me sharpen this pencil a little bit. This lead is a little bit soft, so it does need to be sharpened a bit from time to time. Make sure I don't get any lead on my fingers that I then transfer to the page. Okay. How's everybody doing? Who we got left in here? We got James. We've got, who else? We got Dave. We got Brandon. We got Rob. We got Chad. We got Matt. Thank you, guys. We got Ivan. Hello, Ivan. I don't think I saw you come in, but thank you and welcome. And we got Comic Tropes. Thank you for sticking around, Comic Tropes. I feel bad because I haven't been able to be fully engaged with other people's live streams because I've been like way behind on my own stuff. But I'm trying to. I'm really trying to. So let's give him some hair. All right. So he's got that part down the middle, and he's got the kind of longish hair that kind of hangs down in the front there. And it kind of flares out Farrah Fawcett style. He's got the red bandana. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. All right, I will kind of darken in those glasses a little bit. I'm going to clean up that just a touch. Nose. Torch is just a little too pretty, so I'm going to give him kind of an ugly nose. How about that? He's just not ugly enough. He's not as ugly as Ripper, for example. Ripper looks like a truck driver ran over his face. Okay, so I'm giving him kind of longer mutton chops than he has on the figure, but it'll work. And then his sideburns covering most of his ears. Got his chin. Kind of working out. Okay, and then we got a little bit of hair in the back of his head that's also going to flare out. He's got like long-ish hair, but like not long enough hair to like put in a ponytail like Buzzer. So something like that. Something like that. It's coming together. It's coming together. So let's give some reflection and darken in those sunglasses a bit, like so. Coming along. Okay, so now let's get some detail on the chest and the neck. Let's draw in that collar. This is a studded collar, except this is going to have a chain for the skull necklace. Is going to cover a little bit of the collar, but we can do that. Like so. Like so. Okay, so he's got the studded collar. Got his collarbone there. Now, I need to see, he's got the skull necklace, but I've got the torch partially covering it. So before I sketch in those details, in fact, before I attack any more of the chest, I think I need to draw in that torch. Something like this. Okay, so the torch has like a little extension there, and then it goes like that. So if I were doing this properly, I would have a straight edge out. I would be properly measuring and blocking out the perspective on this, so that it actually looks truly three-dimensional. But instead, I am eyeballing the perspective, which, by the way, if you're a professional artist, that's not a good idea. You cannot really eyeball perspective. You can fake it in some cases, but if anybody like really looks too closely at it, it won't look right. This, however, is supposed to be a sketch, though. It's not really supposed to be a fully rendered illustration. So we are going with just enough. Okay. Something like that. Okay. So this part of the torch is partially obscured by torch's hand, and I'm gonna have to change the detail on the torch just a little bit because it just isn't quite working the way I want it to. Wow, that's okay. That's actually pretty bad. Hold on, let me fix this a little bit. So the horizontal line is going to go like that, and then the vertical line is going to be like there-ish, and then we're going to kind of block that out, something like that. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's pretty rough, but I've got enough of it done that I can sort of finish out that skull necklace, at least the bit of it that we can see. Skull necklace is going to be mostly obscured. We still have 45 people hanging out watching me do this. That's pretty cool. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone who stayed. This is the after school stuff. This is staying after class. You know, for the extra credit. So there's the progress. There's the progress, which again is hard to see in perspective from your angle, but I'll try. Let me see if I can do it this way. There's the progress. I also got a really cheap sketch pad, and this paper is kind of terrible. Well, you know what? I am the poor artist, so I'm blaming my tools. It's the tools' fault. I did, you know, at the time, though, I just had to get the cheapest stuff that I could. I didn't really have any choice. Yeah, it turns out that it turns out that cheap paper and, well, the pencils are nice. The pencil's good. But, you know, cheap paper is cheap. Who would have thought? All right, so let's draw in the chain. Drawing in the individual links in the chain. Like so. Okay, so that's all right. That's the chain, more or less. And we got to do the same on this side. Let's clean that up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to have a chain that goes kind of like that. I always think, you know, when I'm drawing a chain, it's not that bad. You know, you draw some links one way and some links the other way, make them about the same size. Not a big deal, right? But it always turns out to be harder than I'm expecting. It almost always turns out not looking right. Okay. Something more or less like that. That is really not great. But let's try to help it out a little bit, giving it a little bit of depth, giving it a little bit of 3-dimension there. Something along those lines. So it's something anyway. So now we can kind of start to attack that leather vest that he's wearing. Oh, wait, forgot something. We've got the line that comes out of the back of the torch. This line. Let's I need a different angle on that. Alright, so this has got to come like out like this and like this, and it's super not easy to get the same width on that curve without using a tool. But we are too cool for tools. The hose is like, it's got actually like two hoses that are kind of bound together, because I believe one hose goes to the fuel for the torch and the other hose goes to an oxygen tank, which makes the flame hotter. So we're gonna draw in those two connected hoses. We are going to clean that up a little bit. We are going to kind of now sketch in the little fasteners that kind of bind those two hoses together like that. And we're gonna add just that little detail, which hopefully will make it just feel a little bit more real. So that also gives us an opportunity to add some depth by adding a little bit of a curvature to those sections. Like so. Okay. Progress. Trying not to knock my camera off. Comic Tropes does a 2-camera setup and a live drawing all the time. Makes it look easy, but it's not easy. Okay, we got the Cobra tattoo. We've got kind of a... Oh, okay, yep, see? That's exactly what I was worried about. Hold on. Fixing the camera. Hold on. Fixing the camera. It's fine. It's fine. Don't panic. Don't panic. That is not your TV. Your TV didn't fall over. Your electronic device did not fall over. That was, in fact, my camera. Sorry. We're back. We're kind of back. We are not back. Hold on. Now I gotta fix the angle. Okay, things I don't have to worry about when I'm not drawing with a camera. Let's see do we need to fix the focus? How's the focus? Not great, but you know, this is not a nice camera. This is as good as it gets. Hold on, let me. I'll fix this. I'll fix it. Don't think I can't fix this. I can fix it. I had it working a second ago before I knocked it off. Okay, so that's kind of it, but not really. Okay. All right, how we doing? Can we see anything? Not a great deal. We got to turn this back. Okay. All right, I think we're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay, so all right, there's that. I'm going to kind of connect those. I'm going to clean up this arm a little bit. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to draw in the tank that's on the backpack, like so. Like so, and then he's got this kind of other tank that goes on the rack, like so. It's not super clean, but we're gonna live with it. I'm trying to give the details that deserve attention the actual attention, and not get caught up in details that are not vital. So he's got bands around his wrist, but then he has like the bands are around gloves, and the gloves are actually a little bit longer and come out past the bands. And then he's got hands, which will be gripping the torch. So there's the right hand. Let's kind of draw in the knuckles. That helps me figure out where the fingers are going to be placed. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. Like so. It's actually kind of hard for me to see at this angle. It's a little awkward. Okay. We have 53 people in here by my count, so that's awesome. Thank you for your patience and just hanging out watching me draw. This is a drawing that I will be taking with me to Joe Fest to sell at my table in Artist's Alley. Much to the chagrin of the real artists, probably. So there's his glove. Now, how did we have this going? I have erased some of my guidelines. I will have to figure that back out. So let's see. Here's the vest. Vest goes kind of down like that. So there's going to be like a buckle here. And then the vest will come down. Well, let me just sketch in this hand a little bit. Left hand, like I had a pretty good shape for the hand there, but I hadn't defined it very well. So let's just fix that, huh? So like that, and then that pinky finger is going to be like there, something like that. And it's going to have a thumb on the other side of that torch nozzle, like that. Okay, we've about got it. We've about got this this left hand here in an acceptable way. Okay, so the torch nozzle is going to come up like this, and then I guess we can kind of fit that second little knob at just above it, like so. I feel like I'm, you know, I try to do this smoothly, especially when I'm doing it live. But if anything, I think I'm like doing it less smoothly than I would be if I were just doing it by myself. So I'm failing at making an easy and smooth drawing to watch live. Okay, so now we're going to define that left arm a bit more. Got some muscle coming up on the shoulder. We've got a band around the bicep, which we can partially see. It is a studded band, so let's put some studs on it. Like so. Alright, like so. I can live with that. I can live with that. Sometimes that's where we have to, that has to be our target. Just what can I live with? Is it good? Is it great art? Yeah, let's not set the bar too high, all right? Let's work with what we can live with. Here's progress. And again, the proportions seem off because of the angle. Here it makes his look like his legs are really tiny, but it's like it's more like that kind of. His legs may still be a little bit undersized, so try to clean those up a little bit. Give myself a little breathing room on the legs to adjust them as we go. Okay, so let's move on to what does this belt, what does this buckle look like? It's kind of just a round. Well, let's do the chain belt first, and then we'll worry about the buckle. The buckle will be like here. Just a lot of errant pencil lines. Lots of errant pencil lines. Like that. Like that. Like that. Okay, we have a chain belt on one side, now the other side. Like that. Man, this is gonna, this drawing is gonna feel really dirty when it's finished. But I guess that's okay for a dreadnought, right? Like so. Okay, so let's finish out that chain belt. Actually, let's define both sides of it a bit better. This is got to be like watching paint dry. I have the greatest respect and admiration for anyone who has actually stuck around. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me. For the 50 people in watching live, watching me try to dummy out this drawing of Torch. And, you know, I've got to do more of these, so, you know, as just sort of maybe bonus content, I may do more live drawings. I don't know if I'll necessarily do that every week or every live stream, but I've got to get more done. I need to have a significant inventory for, he's got a pocket there, for Joe Fest, right? So I've got to have more. I've got to have more stock. I've got to have more completed sketches. And what I don't want to do, but probably exactly what will happen, is wait until like the week before, and then have to scramble and do as many sketches as I can at the last minute. That's what I don't want to do. So let's try not to. And do some here and there in the lead-up time. Like so. Like so. He's got kind of angled divots there on his holster. Very unique looking holster. I don't know if you can see that. It's a very unique looking holster. And a pistol. Like so. All right, we're making progress here. So we've got, he's going to have some folds in his blue jeans, his Levi's. He's got to have a buckle on the strap for the holster. Let's kind of get that defined. That won't move. That's in a good spot, so that's okay. Like so. Little pocket. Like so. All right. So yeah, that I think I do have the proportions a little bit off on the bottom half of the body, but we're just gonna roll with it. I'll try to compensate a little bit when and where possible, but yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. I'm not worried. I'm not worried, and you have no reason to be worried either. Okay, there's that buckle, and then this will go kind of down here and there. All right, and let's kind of feather that out a little bit. We've got a knee here. Got, let's see, let's kind of do a little bit of definition there. Okay, so progress. Yes, I dropped my page. Progress. We have Torch coming through. Hey, Comic Tropes is still here. Thank you very much. Who else we got? We got Brandon still here. Joe Fan 84. Thanks for sticking with us. Clint Cobra, thanks for sticking with us. Photo Viper, Chewing Bubblegum. Hello, how you doing? I don't think I recall seeing you here earlier, Chewing Bubblegum, but thank you for being here. Hey, JJ's Toy Room, nice to see you as well. Yeah, we've got some newcomers in here. So Albert Glass is still here. Yeah, so thanks everyone. Thanks for sticking around. Hey, Ivan's still here. Awesome. Thank you. So now I have committed to making that right leg a little bigger, but the left leg is more is closer to camera. So I have to keep the proportions right by making that left leg just ever so slightly bigger than the right leg. Okay. Clean that up a little bit. Like so. And then, oh yeah, the boots have the sort of knee pads to them. Like so. Okay. One thing about blue jeans, denim, is that usually make some pretty thick, kind of deep folds when the leg bends, where the leg creases. And yep, I absolutely did forget to sketch in that knee pad on the boot. So let's add that now. So that's this perspective on that is going to be a little bit forward because this knee is tilted toward camera. Okay, hold on. Can we get a little better angle on that? Hey, this is me we're talking about, which means probably not. Okay. All right, so that's sort of better, not a lot. Okay. All right. It is a challenge to do this and keep everything in frame. I have to admire those who do this on a regular basis. Okay. Let me see those boots again. Okay. The foot part of the boot is actually pretty plain. But I think I've drawn them a little bit undersized, so let's kind of expand that a little bit. And then he has these, I don't know, it's these bands or straps around the back of his boots. So let's try to get some definition and depth and detail on those. So let's see. It's gonna go womp, womp, womp. Okay, it's gonna go like that. We're gonna make them look like they have some depth, like that. And then we got basically the same thing on this side, just at a different angle. We're almost done. We're almost ready to sign this sketch and and then sign off, because then I think it will be time to end the live stream. Okay, so it's going to have like a heel here, toe here. That needs to be cleaned up significantly, like so. Okay, a little bit of a crease at the toe on the boot. Okay, the boots on the figure are a little short on detail, so that makes it a little bit challenging doing a sketch based on the figure, because like most of the detail is going to be on the upper half of the figure. But we're doing our best. We're doing our best. Let's just kind of block that out a little bit more. And I need to clean up this nozzle on the torch. He's going to have a flame coming straight out. It's going to be a hot, focused flame. We're going to do some sunbursts. All right. You know what? I think that's about it. I don't. If I keep going, I don't think it's going to get any better. So there is our torch. Let me see if I can show it here. There is our torch completed. Let's hold on. I should have detached this from the drawing pad before I started, but there we go. There we go. Let's sign it right here. HCC788, April 2022. Okay, there we go. We are done, guys. We did it. We did it. It is whatever it is. As old Sandy used to say, it's good enough for the girls I go out with. There we have it. Thank you very much for watching. I am going to wrap this up. It's been a pretty long day for me. I have not made nearly the progress that I wanted to make on my next review video, so I've got to make some progress on that even though I'm tired. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm going to wrap it up. We will do this again next week. I don't know that I will do all of this again next week, but we'll do a lot. We'll have a lot next lined up for next week. But thanks everybody again for the extra long live stream. I will see you next time, and for now, I will say good night. Good night, everybody.